everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi for those of you who do not know, and I am so excited for today's video because we are doing a must-have drugstore makeup products. I went to the drugstore and I picked up some of my favorite makeup products that I think you guys would enjoy. I mean, if you're looking for a nice flawless beat but on a budget, you want to keep watching this video. Let's get into it. So I did my eyebrows off camera and I used the NYX micro eyebrow pencil. This eyebrow pencil is amazing. Before I was on my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow dip, I was using this and it really got the job done. I mean, if you have filler eyebrows, then all you really need to do is take this pencil and just fill in some gaps in your eyebrows and you're pretty much good to go. But if you have trouble using a micro pencil, they also have an eyebrow pencil that has a bit of a thicker tip, so that's also handy as well. Now for my eyelashes, I wanted something a bit more dramatic today, so I went with the Kiss lashes in the style Ruffle. I tried these lashes before. My go-to has to be style 11 because it's more natural, it's more everyday, but these lashes are great if you want a bit of a dramatic look for date nights or you're going out. And I love how it's $21 or around that price for 4 lashes. I mean, some stores you're gonna pay $21 for just 1 pair of lashes. So this is a great deal. Now for moisturizing, I love to use a vitamin C and a cream. So for vitamin C today, I use the Inky-less vitamin C. I use this sometimes. My main one has to be the Biosense one, but if I'm looking for a reasonable price vitamin C, this one will have to be it. And of course, I seal that with my e.l.f. moisturizer. I told you guys before, this moisturizer is amazing. It's just so moisturizing, has hyaluronic acid in it, and it's just so beautiful on the skin. I love how it feels, I love how it looks. It really moisturizes your skin without looking greasy. Now for primer, I had to use the very viral e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This primer is really tacky. I'm not a primer girl, but this one was really good. I heard that it works well if you tap it into your skin instead of rubbing it, and I don't know if it did anything different, but I mean, I make it for staying on, so that's something. Another primer that I really love is the e.l.f. Putty Primer. That one is very smooth, soft, and it kind of just smooths out all your pores, making sure that you have an amazing base for makeup, but this one was also great as well. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not really a primer girl. I usually like to set before putting on my foundation, so I had to go in with setting my face with the Milani setting spray. This one is the Make It Last Dewy Setting Spray. I love a good dewy setting spray, and this is really giving me that glow from within, as you can see. It is a beautiful setting spray with a beautiful cost because it is cheap. I mean, you cannot go wrong with the setting spray. 16 hours of wear and glow, and it's just, y'all need to try this setting spray because I am not disappointed. The moment I heard it was a dupe of the Urban Decay All Nighter Glow Setting Spray, I had to be on it because this one is my fave. So if there's a dupe for it, I'm completely sold. Now let's get into foundation. I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Activewear Foundation. I had to try this foundation because I've tried the original formula and I loved it. I love how it was full coverage, kind of matte, and really just gave me what I needed in a foundation. But this one I heard is more of like a medium to full coverage and glowy foundation. And again, I love the glow, so I wanted to give it a try and see how it looked. I would say that it definitely gives a glow, but I'm more into the original formula just because it's more of a shade match for me. I feel like this one dragging it down to my neck didn't really do it for me, but I mean, it gave the glow. That's something. I would have to say my favorite drugstore foundation is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. That one is just, oh my gosh. The shade match on that one is amazing for me. It's long lasting, it's beautiful, and I wish they had it at my local drugstore, but they don't, so I have to order it online. And once I do, I'll definitely be making a full NYX video for you guys because their products are marvelous. Another drugstore foundation that I would recommend is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I think that's what it's called. Is it Total Control Drop? Something like that. I'll put it on the screen. The brush I use to put on my foundation is a Real Techniques brush. I used to love this brush. Before I got onto my Makeup Forever brush, this was the only foundation brush I used. So I know that this brush is amazing. It will give you that seamless foundation look. It will give you that soft foundation look. Now for concealer, I have 2 amazing options for you. I decided to go with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer today. Although it's full coverage and gives you a nice bright eye, I would say that it is super drying. While I was putting my concealer on, I had to just spray my face with setting spray in order to bring back that moisture in the concealer. But the e.l.f. concealer is also a great option if you're looking for a medium to full coverage concealer. But I had to go with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop because I know it, I love it, and it always works for me. To blend out my concealer, I went in with my e.l.f. concealer sponge. That concealer sponge is just amazing for blending. I love how it's so small and you can get into the corners of your eyes and making sure that everything is seamless, everything is beautiful. This sponge is a must. If you do not have it in your makeup kit, you need to get it today. Now to blend out the rest of my concealer, I used the Real Techniques brush in the style 402. This brush, I use it every single day as well for my concealer, and it just gives me that nice seamless look around my upper lip and my bottom lip and just everywhere else that I need to blend out. Now for bronzer. Unfortunately, I could not get my hands on a bronzer that I know and trust, so I had to go in with my Laguna bronzer from NARS, which I am loving lately. But I have some options for you guys. I would say how the Morphe bronzer is a great option, and it's at an affordable price point as well. Another great option is from e.l.f. They have some nice, rich, dark bronzers if you're my skin tone or darker. Definitely check out those two for some nice bronzing options. The Morphe one is a powder bronzer, while the e.l.f. one is a cream bronzer. So I'm loving the cream bronzers nowadays. Now that my foundation, my concealer, and my bronzer are looking nice and creamy, we have to go in and set everything. So today I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder. This setting powder shocked me. I'm not gonna say it's a dupe for the Huda Beauty, but I would say if you're not trying to spend that much money, this powder will get the job done. I love how it sets the face. I love how it looks smooth. Oh my goodness, like this setting powder really did it for me, and I'm so happy I got it. I'm using the shade 35 Deep, and it is beautiful, guys. If you're my skin tone and you want more of a brighter under eye, I would say that you can also try the shade 25 to get that brighter look. Of course, to pack in that concealer, I had to use my powder puff. I get these from Amazon. I think you guys were asking me that in my last video, but I get it from Amazon. I get a pack of like 9 for like $9. But this is my go-to to pack in all my setting powders, and it just never disappoints. It always gives you that seamless look. It always gives you that beautiful under eye. Moving on to my favorite part of my makeup routine, it has to be the blush. It has to be the blush, and I needed a blush that was not going to disappoint, because if you do not know, currently I'm using the NARS Exhibit A blush, and it is amazing. Like, that blush is amazing. It is chef kiss. So I needed a blush that was going to be able to hold me down, and I was so surprised, pleasantly surprised. The Maybelline Fit Me blush is actually really good. It gave me a nice subtle blush. I love how it looked like the blush was literally coming from within my skin, and I love it. I'm using the shade 55. For my blush, I was using the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush, but some alternative blushes would have to be the NYX Sweet Cheeks blushes. They come in a powder form, also a cream form. I've used the powder one and I've loved it. Before I used the NARS blush, that was my go-to blush, and I was not disappointed. So you want to check those out as well. Now, this is a part that I don't usually do in my routine, but it's just adding a powder foundation. Now, if I do add a powder foundation, it's more to just make sure that everything is blended. So I would just use a little bit of that, but I haven't done this in a while, but I wanted to try it out to see how it would look. I'm using the L'Oreal powder foundation in the color 375 Deep Amber. So to buff that out, I just took a small amount of it on my Real Techniques 400 brush, and I just lightly blend that into the bottom of my face, making sure that how there's no harsh lines. And this powder really gave me a smooth finish. Now my face is looking good. Everything's looking blended and put together. It was looking great, and I was really happy about how everything turned out. But we're not done. So I had to go in with some mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm using the L'Oreal L mascara in Carbon Black. I love how it has a very thin tip on this, so it's very, very good to pull out those bottom lashes. Now again, for one of my favorite parts of makeup routine, which is my lip combo. I love a good lip combo. I love when my lips look full and beautiful. Unfortunately, I didn't have a drugstore liner, so I went with my MAC Chestnut liner, but I do have a few dupe options for the MAC Chestnut liner. Before I was on the MAC Chestnut liner, I was only using the Morphe Trendsetter liner, and that liner, it's dark, it's rich, it's beautiful. I absolutely love that liner. I think it's only like $9, so it's definitely a steal. Another good dupe for the MAC Chestnut liner has to be the NYX Brooklyn Thorn liner. That one is also deep, rich, and brown. These are great options if you do not have the MAC Chestnut liner, but you still want to get a nice rich lip combo. My matte lipstick that I use in the center of my lips is from NYX. It is in the color Soft Spoken. This is my go-to pink matte lipstick, and you just put some gloss to top everything off, and there you go. It's a nice, beautiful lip combo. My go-to lip combo. It's easy, it's simple, it's beautiful, and it never disappoints. Here's my husband trying to ruin my shop. Now that the makeup is looking spectacular, we are ready to go in again with our setting spray. So I just seal everything with that glowy setting spray, and look at that, it's giving the glow. It's giving everything it needs to give, and these are all drugstore products. There are only 2 products that are not drugstore, but the foundation, the concealer, the setting powder, the setting spray, it's all drugstore. So if you're looking for that nice, flawless drugstore look, you know the products that you need to try out today. Alright guys, so the video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed creating it. And I hope it gives you an idea on some products that you can check out on your next drugstore trip. I mean, when it comes to makeup, you really do not have to break the bank to look good. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And I will see you guys in my next video.